Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Division 2 video. So today I've got the first of many build guides I'm going to be doing on this channel. So subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. But today we've got a pretty crazy build. It's pretty much like a solo PVE self-healing tank, but you're still doing like a shit ton of DPS build. So let me just jump into what I'm running here. I got 2-piece Badger, 2-piece Gia Guard, and 1-piece Fenris with 1-piece Murakami. It is most definitely not optimized. These are just the pieces that I got with some crazy talent, so I'm going to tell you about in just a second. I would probably rather run like 3-piece Badger, 2-piece Fenris, and then 1-piece Gia Guard. But let me just show you what this build is centering around. It's basically like 3 talents. One of them, the main one being Patience. After being in cover for 3 seconds, armor repairs by 5% every 1 second, which is pretty strong on its own. If you didn't know, being in cover in this game is pretty much a must, definitely if you're playing solo. If you're being out in the open, you just get punished brutally. But yeah, anyway, so Patience is a really good talent to roll on your knee pads, but you can stack that with a talent that rolls on backpacks called Safeguard. Killing a target grants 150% bonus to repairing and healing effects for 20 seconds. So that 5% every second just got buffed to 12.5% every second just by sitting in cover doing nothing. You can stack that once again with the Badger Tough 2-piece, 15% extra armor on kill, which you can also stack that again with the talent called Blacksmith. Killing an enemy with your sidearm repairs 25% of your armor. Can occur once every 10 seconds. So you're doing a shit ton. That's like 70% armor on kill with a sidearm. And I've also got Preservation on my sidearm, which gives 5% armor over 3 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair. So that is another 12.5%. It's like 85. You're doing pretty much 100. You're getting 100% of your armor back every kill with a sidearm. This is crazy as shit. Like, you really don't even need armor kits, I swear to God. Like, this chem launcher right here is kind of overkill, to be honest. I could probably run something like a turret or something like that instead. But yeah, let me just jump into the pieces that I'm using here. So like I said, I got about 2-piece Badger Tough, the mask, 7% damage to elites, 15% armor on kill, health on kill. It's not; these aren't really that important. I'd probably rather have something like damage to elites right here. Yeah, I'd rather have damage to elites than hazard protection right there. The chest piece, which is another staple of this build, has Berserk, which I'm sure a lot of people know about right now. 10% weapon damage for every 10% armor missing, which I'm debating on switching that out with this right here. Unstoppable Force. Killing an enemy grants 2% weapon damage for every 10,000 max armor, which I'm pretty tanky right now. I'm like 210k armor. So that's a 42% weapon damage boost every time you get a kill, which you're probably going to be taking advantage of more often than the Berserk. But the only reason I'm not running that instead is because once I put this on, my Safeguard perk or talent is deactivated because you have to have 5 or less damage attributes. So I am running the Gia Guard Berserk chest piece instead. But yes, I got bonus armor rolled on the chest piece, health, skill power. I'd probably rather have something like I'd probably rather have weapon damage right here. You can get like, I want to say like 6 or 7.5% weapon damage when you have 3 attributes. So that'd be pretty clutch right there for the chest piece instead of skill power. For the mods, I've got extra health, extra incoming healing, and 1864 armor on kill. The skill mod slot, I've got skill power, chem launcher, skill power, which I am using chem launcher, extra outgoing healing, which I'm not really taking advantage of, and then another defensive mod slot, 2000 bonus armor, 3.5% total armor. Keep a lookout for these mods. Don't just trash these mods when you get them. 3.5% total armor and 2% explosive resistance, which isn't that big of a deal, but the 3.5% total armor is fucking good. Like, it's really good. And then the bonus armor. The holster that I'm using, like I said, it's got Blacksmith as the talent. It's the Fenris brand set, so you get 10% extra assault rifle damage. I've got crit damage rolled, which I'd rather have something like crit chance maybe, because I don't really have any crit chance, so I'm just using it for the talent pretty much. And then I'm still trying to figure out why some pieces can roll with mods and others can't, but as soon as I figure that out, I'll make a video. The backpack I'm running, like I said, has Safeguard. It's also got Hardened as a minor talent, which is really good. That's contributing to my tankiness. But Murakami is going to give you 8% extra health for the one piece. Not that big of a deal, because once your armor's gone, you're pretty much dead, unless you're running this build anyways. And then 43 bonus armor, 3% weapon damage, and then skill power. Safeguard being the main point for this backpack. It's pretty much the only reason I'm running it at the moment. And then the mod slot's not that important. For the gloves, I'd definitely rather have a different pair of gloves than this, but it was a piece of Badger. It's got assault rifle rolled on it. But I found this earlier. It's a talent called Clutch. Critical hits restore 15% health and repair 2% armor. So you can go even further with this build. I'm telling you, like I told you, this is not optimized whatsoever, and it's still insane. But pair this with like a SMG or something with a really high crit chance, and you're gonna be an absolute fucking tank. Like you're always gonna have your armor. But yes, that's the gloves I'm running, and then the knee pads. Like I said, it's got Patience as the major talent. Bonus armor rolled. The two-piece Gia gives 20% hazard protection, which I'm pretty sure is EDR from Division 1. So it's not that important. I'd rather have a different brand set right here. But it had Patience, so I ran it. And then the mod slots, I've got 2,500 health, 317 armor regeneration, and 2,100 armor on kill. And then the other one, bonus armor, 2.5% total armor. So that's 6% extra total armor I'm getting just from mods on my armor pieces. So like I said, keep an eye out for these defensive mod slots. And then 1375 armor on kill. So I'm getting a shit ton of armor on kill, extra armor. I'm so tanky and doing so much healing with this build. It really is just like the solo player's fucking dream build. Moving on to the weapons that I'm using, I've got an F2000. I have not gotten a high-end CTAR, so as of right now, the F2000 is probably my favorite AR at the moment. It's really high rate of fire. I believe it's like 850, but I've got the 10% extra rate of fire reduction with the 30 extended mag. I've got a bunch of accuracy mods on it because this thing tends to jump all over the place. So putting some accuracy mods on it really did kind of just center that center reticle, keeping it from jumping around. I've got Optimus rolled here. I'd probably rather have something like Preservation. You can get Preservation rolled on assault rifles, which is the killing an enemy repairs 5% armor over 3 seconds. So yeah, I'd probably rather have that right there, just for the extra healing. That way I'm getting healing from using my main weapons instead of having to use my sidearm all the time. 15% accuracy, like I said, keeping the reticle centered. Double duty, which is not the best holster talent, but I'm running 2 ARs, so, and you can't, you don't have the 58% extra ammo capacity like we did in Division 1, so this is pretty good because you do run out of ammo pretty quickly using 2 ARs. But yeah, that's it for the F2000. The second one I'm using is the SOCOM MK16, and this is one of the lower fire rate ARs, but these lower fire rate ARs are absolute fucking laser beams, dude, and they're pretty high damage too. So I'm really actually enjoying these low fire rate ARs in PVE anyways. And then also, if you didn't know, you get 30% extra stability and 30% extra reload speed by maxing out your sharpshooter skill tree. So yeah, keep that in mind. The talent I've got is Ignited, and you're probably like, why are you running Ignited? Dude, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there are a shit ton of like gas canisters and tanks and stuff you can blow up. The enemies are always walking around with like fucking explosive bags on them. You can shoot them; they always burn. So this is a pretty good talent for one of your primary weapons here. And then I got extra magazine capacity, which bumps me up to 72 in the mag, which is really good. And my holster talent, I'm not getting any use of whatsoever. I'd probably rather have something like greased or in rhythm. In rhythm's pretty good right here. In rhythm gives you a 5% chance to reset all your skill cooldowns after killing an enemy, which I'm running the Reviver Hive, which has a pretty beefy cooldown of like 4 minutes. So that's actually a pretty decent holster talent for one of your primary weapons. So yeah, that's it for the 2 ARs. Then I'm running this Diceros sidearm, which I'd probably rather have the fucking exotic deagle, but I can't get a damn high-end deagle to save my life to craft the blueprint, so I'm stuck using this. But anyways, yes, got the preservation talent, like I told you before, magazine capacity, and stop, drop, and roll. This is actually pretty good. And the reason for that being, as I said earlier, there's a shit ton of stuff around that, you know, blows up and you burn, or NPCs throwing flamethrowers and stuff at you, throwing grenades that make you burn, and the asshole drug sniffing Russian bitches with the batons. So yeah, you can get rid of that by rolling if you have your sidearm equipped there. The skills that I'm using the Reinforcer Chem Launcher, which, like I said before, is probably overkill. You can probably get away with not running this. You're getting so much healing out of the build that you really don't need this that much. You could probably run something like the turret or a drone, a seeker mine, something like that instead. And then obviously the staple of the solo build being the Reviver Hive. This thing is just so clutch if you're solo. So yeah, that's the skills that I'm running, the weapons I'm running, and that is the build. Yeah, like I said, this is a solo PVE self-healing tank DPS build. But yeah, I hope you guys get some use out of this build. I know a lot of people like to play this game solo. I'm one of them, and this has just been amazing for soloing like the hardest content in the game, like the tier 3 and 4 control points. Like, I'm able to do them so easily solo with this build. Like I said, it's not optimized. There's a couple pieces that I could get like hardened or something on. Yeah, it's like a minor talent you can get hardened, so I could probably push this to like 250k armor, which would be an absolute fucking tank if I could get hardened rolled on some of these other pieces. But for right now, this is a pretty damn good build. I'm pretty satisfied with it. So yeah, I mean, I hope you guys get some use out of this. If you found the video useful or informative in any way, please like the video. Subscribe if you want to see some more videos like this. I will be making some more build guides. Probably looking for a one-shot sniper build next. I know Marco just uploaded a video on that, so I'll probably check that out and probably go for that next. Probably a crit chance build with the SMG to get some use out of that clutch talent. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys have some fun with this build, and yeah, I'll see you later. Have a good one.